All right, today we are talking about the bull is dead here on the Process Fixer. So what is the bull is dead? Well, it's a story that goes back to about 2004 in an article in CompuWorld that was written by a tech executive that was talking about the methodology for communication that he had been taught by his boss. He worked in project management, and his boss was very clear about the way that you communicated internally and how you spoke to executives. Now, the methodology, which I'm going to explain here over the next few minutes, is very different from the way that you send emails and do updates right now. And what you're going to find is that when you invert the way that you have conversations with executives and leaders and you do updates, you will find you will have significantly higher levels of success. Now, as an executive, I can tell you that many times throughout my career, I have gotten a long email from an employee explaining a situation. It usually starts out with incredibly detailed information about when and who and how and where. It then moves on to what they think we should do. It then gives me where we are currently with the customer. And then it sort of ends with this punchline conclusion of what we learned and how we should do better in the future. That's the exact opposite way to communicate with me. It's the exact opposite way to communicate with people that have limited amounts of time. And listen, I've been an executive for many years, and I'll admit it, I have ADHD worse than anybody. I don't have the ability to really focus in, particularly in the brevity of the amount of time that I get to work on emails. I might be in the back of an Uber. I might be heading to a meeting. I might be on a call and I'm looking at this email. Because of the way that we usually structure these types of conversations, the good stuff, the stuff that matters to me, the punchline isn't really revealed until I've done an incredible amount of work. Now, I trust the people that I hire. I trust the consultants that work for us. So I ask them and teach them this method that is identified in this story. So the bull is dead story goes like this. There's a young man, 16, 17 years old, that would like to borrow the family car. Now, this is pre-cell phone era. So mom and dad give him the family car and tell him to be home by midnight. Well, it's a rainy night, and midnight comes and goes, and the son is not home. It's 12 o'clock. It's 12:05. It's 12:10. It's 12:15. Finally, at 12:15, the phone rings and it's the son. And the son says, "I'm okay, Dad. The bull is dead. The car is drivable. Please come to the police station." And he hangs up the phone. Now, our dad in this situation is a little bit frustrated. He jumps out of bed. He starts to get ready. He's putting his shoes on. He wakes his wife. We've got to go to the police station. There's been an accident. There's a dead bull. Our son is okay. And the wife's frustrated as well. And she's like, "What happened? Did they hit a bull? We don't own a bull. What is the situation?" He's like, "I don't really know, but they're taking action and they are moving in the direction of that their son asked them to do, come to the police station." When they get to the police station, they discovered there was an accident. It was raining out. It was foggy. There was a bull in the middle of the road. The son hit the bull. The bull died. The son was okay. The car, is okay, but it's got some damage. So all of the details came in after the fact. And what this project manager executive realized as he was driving home was that his son had communicated with him in the way that we should communicate with executives. Always, always, always start with the conclusion first. Don't build a case. Just tell us what the punchline is. What is it? The bull's dead. Now, he probably could have first said, "Hey, Dad, I'm okay. There was an accident." But, in the pressure of the situation, he still was able to communicate that information successfully. Give me the conclusion of the punchline first. Then tell me the current status. So the bull's dead, car's drivable, I'm okay. All right, good. Next steps. I need you to come to the police station. And then, because of time, that was the end of the conversation. When they got to the police station, they got the detail. Think about this in the way that we send emails and updates and communication, particularly people in authority over us. Usually we start out, again, going back to the beginning of this episode, with this extreme detail. It's like, oh, we've got to get into the nitty gritty of things. That's not the best approach. Start with what you need first. What happened? Give me the details, pull the Band-Aid off, tell me what's going on, tell me the current state, then give me your suggestions. Hey, here's what I think we could do. And then below that, put all the detail that you want, attach anything you want, forward any emails you want after that fact. But don't rely upon me to go through the details to get to the same conclusion as you. You tell me what I need to do, what action I need to take. There's a couple other methods you can use with this, and one that we use internally here at the Process Fixer, and I've taught many companies over the years, is what we call RAG, red, amber, green. If we are doing internal communication and we need the attention of someone, let's say someone needs to CC me on an email to a client. They will forward that to me, and they'll put in the subject line, red, amber, or green. Red means you need to drop everything and get to this right now. Amber means this is a priority. Please take a look at it when you have a moment. Green means you have been CC'd on this solely for the purpose of letting the client know that you're in the loop. So it's just about communicating in a more effective, efficient way, and you directing my time and attention to the things that really matter. This is really important. Executives are busy. Decision makers are busy. When we go through all the flowery details, a lot gets lost. And as an executive, I get frustrated because I feel like this person's not communicating well with me. So this is a way, the bull is dead, to think about every time you send an email communication or you leave a voicemail, imagine a dead bull, or okay, we can imagine a live bull that's maybe sitting on your desk someplace. Just let it be a reminder to you. For years, I kept a small stuffed bull that Tracy Ann had. We kept it on her desk, kept it on a desk in the office to remind us that when we are sending communication out, it's far better to say less. It's far better to be brief and be clear about what you need. So that's the bull is dead story.
You ready? Let's go. Welcome to the Process Fixer, help you see the bigger picture. Derrick Maines is the elixir, cutting waste away like scissor. Woo! Got a problem, he can solve it. He's an expert with the process, so for sure you'll see a profit. Bottom line profit. Analyze the work your people doing every day. Expose the inefficiencies getting in the way. Advise you how to automate, outsource, abbreviate, eliminate, innovate. Now there's more food up on your dinner plate.